Hey, what's going on? Mr. Dave here. Hey, you know what's cool? When you're doing repairs and remodels for folks in the artificial rock domain, if you will, you get to see a lot of other rock work, and you get to see how they handled the space, how they designed the project, how they fit the water feature, waterfall, grotto, slides into the space that they had, as well as their texture, their coloring, their composition. And so you learn a lot about what other people do. So you get to see different types of crack interpretation. You get to see different types of approaches to the design. And here you can see what the contractor did here. You can see we're going to be doing a rust repair, and we'll be pumping water out of the feature. But you can see the square shapes there of the weir. They've got another stone they applied on top there. It looks like it's kind of fallen down. And you can see how the cracks have been handled. And it's a great way to learn about what works and kind of what doesn't. There's techniques that sort of look interesting and have a rock. They do seem kind of rocky, if you will, in how they're put together. But like I say in my book, you can have, 2 or 3 of all the different components right, and then still miss or fall short a little bit on the other ones, and it's not as good as it could be, put it that way. And you'll notice also too that there's a lot of sort of a formulaic approach to doing the rock carving and placing of the stones, which isn't to say necessarily anything bad, but if it's matching the natural stone we see in nature, then right on, we're hitting the mark. That's the ultimate goal. Let's make it look like, nature made it, or God was the architect, the designer, the contractor. With this one, it's neat. It's got this small little stream component that's coming down through. It's going to loop around. That's kind of interesting. This rock does seem to sort of stand out a little bit, but it's kind of cool. Like, how did it get there? We don't really know. But I like this. It's kind of cool. The only critique might be that the colors have faded. It is 10 years old, and paint does fade. Even stain can wear out as the concrete itself fades away and falls off. Hey, so we have been pumping the water out of the pool, and now we are almost ready to start grinding on that rust down there. We dropped the pool by about a foot, 12 inches or so. Taped off the edges because that's going to be needing to get painted with just where the rust is after we do the little cement patch. And we have it down there. The rope is pulled back, and it's really frustrating, but it kind of works. So you have one arm hanging onto the rope that runs across this area, trying to push yourself that way, and the raft, and then your other arm is going to be used with the grinder to grind up all that rust. And get her done. Once that's ground down, we will be mixing up some high strength fast set cement, so we'll be able to add a little color to it as well. If the water stays above that bench, won't have to tape anything. We can add a little more color there because you can see where it's bleached. I don't know if you can on video there, but it's bleached off from the rock work above it. There you go. You can see it better when I zoom in on it. So that's the next step, grinding out that stuff and then filling up those cavities I'm going to create. I'm going to dovetail the grinder. I'm going to grind in and create dovetails, so it's this way. So the patch won't be able to pop out because it'll be a smaller entrance than inside the ground out area. So that is the next step on this here little patch job. All right. And so we finished out this little touch-up repair, rust repair. The little rope thing I haven't removed yet, but we basically got the rust removed and packed with high-strength concrete, and kind of was all the client wanted to do. The whole feature could use a kind of a paint tune-up, color tune-up, but it's not too bad. I spritzed a little bit of color up on top of here along with the bottom portion, and most of that's going to be underneath the the water, and so it should not look bad at all. So anyways, that is the end. Took 2 rafts to get it done. One of them started leaking and was hissing away at me, and so just finished painting one color. That's all I had time for, and that's all that we needed. It was a real budget repair. So it took, again, it took 2 rafts, and my butt got wet, but nature of the beast. So we got the rust repair done. These things are good, lucrative jobs. They'll always be there. So it's a good thing to add to your repertoire. And again, like I said before, you can see other people's rock work and learn about cracks and texturing and formation and shaping, and how do they compose their projects as well. So you can learn a lot by what other people do. So anyway, Mr. Dave out here with a repair job done, and so yeah, add those to your list of to-dos and your product line. Make some money. They're really good money. Very few people actually do these, and so I highly recommend them. They're kind of a pain, but hey, I didn't fall in the pool, came close. I electrocuted myself just a little bit, so we had to reset the breaker. Yeah, they're a little hairy, doing grinding right down there at the water level, back down in there. That's a little sketchy, but yeah, you know, if you're careful and you put all your plugs up above on the wire that goes across the rope rather, so you can't, you know, you can't drop the plug in the water. That's a good thing. But anyways, recolor, repaints, trying to do them with water, a big challenge, but you can charge some bigger bucks for it. So Mr. Dave out here making rocks, repairing rocks, fixing rocks, having fun, and wishing you the best. Remember to be happy, think about good stuff, not bad stuff, and your days always go better. So hope you're having a good one. We will talk to you soon in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.